Hello there everybody and welcome to Theme Park Production. Today's coaster review is on Kumba, the B&M sit-down looper at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Let's jump right into the stats. Kumba is 143 feet tall and has a drop of 135 feet. Kumba has a total of 7 inversions with a duration of 2 minutes 54 seconds. Kumba has a top speed of 60 miles per hour and 3,978 feet of track. So our first category is the smoothness. Now, Kumba is a great B&M and all, but the only problem is that it is extremely rough. Kumba is very old and has developed a pretty bad B&M rattle over the years. I was able to sit in the front and back row, and I thought the front was definitely more enjoyable, but not necessarily smooth. But when I tried Kumba in the back, I just kept banging my head like crazy. I would recommend sitting in the front, although the back is a lot more intense. Well, if you don't want a headache, just sit in the front. And also, Kumba is as rough in the back and in the front in that cobra roll. So just brace yourself for that cobra roll no matter where you are sitting, because that thing is rough. Next up is the intensity. Now this is the great part about Kumba. Kumba is a very intense coaster. One of the most intense coasters I've ridden. Kumba is so forceful that every inversion almost feels as forceful as a Schwarzkopf loop. Kumba pulls a total of 3.8 Gs and gets very forceful in that ending helix, although it is very rattly. Next up is the airtime. Just like every B&M sit-down looper out there, Kumba doesn't really get any moments of airtime. But B&M sit-down loopers are not supposed to have airtime. They're all about those inversions. Now let's talk about the theming. I wouldn't really say Kumba is really that well themed at all. Pretty much like the only good themed coaster at Busch Gardens is probably Cobra's Curse. While you are walking up, you will see a couple like African themed faces on like the railings for the bridge. But the thing that I did really enjoy, which I wouldn't really call as theming, but as you approach Kumba, there's like this bridge with a bunch of misters to cool you down. Because during the summer, Busch Gardens, Tampa does get extremely hot. Now let's walk through the ride and name all the elements, of course. First, when Kumba leaves the station, it takes you up the 143-foot chain lift hill. At the top of the lift, the coaster does its classic B&M pre-drop, curves to the right, taking you into the 135-foot drop. At the bottom of the drop, you go through the once tallest vertical loop, and it's also one of the few coasters to have a vertical loop wrap around the lift hill. The others include Banshee at Kings Island, the Riddler's Revenge at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and Flash at Lua Adventure. The next element is a dive loop, followed by a 0G roll. A pretty common combination of inversions. Next up, the Cobra roll. After the Cobra roll, the coaster hits the mid-course brakes and goes into the famous interlocking corkscrews. After the corkscrew, the coaster goes into a tunnel and starts its helix, and then goes into those ending brakes. Thank you for watching Theme Park Productions. Make sure to hit that like button down below for more coaster reviews and other comment. And don't forget to subscribe. See you guys soon. Bye.